While Iran, Israel, Hamas, and whoever else, America, are participating in the ingredients of what potentially could be World War III. Not to be outdone, we have another group that has decided that they're going to launch themselves into an active war. No, this is not the European Union, it's not Saudi Arabia, this is not China and Russia. It's black rappers. Yep, black rappers have decided that they're going to declare war on each other, namely Drake, Drop and Give Me 50. We've got Champagne Moments with our boy Rick Ross, the boss. J. Cole, who's coming after Kendrick Lamar. I might delete this. And Kendrick is just sitting on his hands and ain't doing nothing right now. Now the news of this really is Drake versus a man there, Rick Ross, the boss, because Drake dropped his diss track. He kind of shared the love to everybody. But Rick Ross came right for the jugular of Drake. That's right. Came right for the Sixth Prince. And decided that that Drake is a white boy. Hell, he told the world that Drake is a white boy. And he's a white boy trying to impersonate black people. Oh my goodness. Now listen, I'm a Toronto boy, man, and I listened to Drake's song first, right? And man, he came with it. And he said, I got more. He said, yeah, he said, I got more. Don't wake up demons. Don't wake up demons. Don't do that. And I was like, ooh, Lord, Drake was just sharing out. He was sharing licks, you know, like those old Caribbean dads, he got about 6 kids. He was sharing licks to everybody. But Rick Ross was focused. He had his scope on one target. and Drake dropped a line like that too, talking about my scope is on you. But he had his eye on one target, and his target was Drake. And apparently he came out, his diss track dropped in 2 hours. Now, I am not immune to the fact that this could all be, all these guys could be in cahoots, trying to, bring something more into the rap game. The rap game's been falling off for quite a while, because I'm not a guy listening to rap music, to be honest with you. But when I heard these last two things, like J. Cole, I listened to J. Cole, I was like, okay, not a big fan of J. Cole. My sons put me on him a few years ago. I was like, okay, yeah, J. Cole, you're angry, you agree, you're putting some things out here about Kendrick Lamar. Okay, what? I got you. And then I listened to Drake. I was like, oh, okay, Drake. All right, Drake, okay. But then, to be honest with you, as a Toronto kid, who I cannot pick anybody who is not outside Toronto. I can't do that. But I got to give Rick Ross, the boss, props. 2 hours? And he came hard. Talked about tummy tucks and nose job, and that's why you're wearing that funny outfit when you perform. It was epic. So I guess there's more of this coming. But my issue is, with all the things going on in the world, we focus now. We become the entertainment. We become the distraction. Don't you notice that they do that with us? All these things that are going on in the world, we're making diss tracks. That's what the black folks are doing. We're making diss tracks. We're not concerned about any of the uproar or any of the upheaval. We're not taking account into all the things that are happening in this world. But Drake, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and Rick Ross, the boss, are in a feud of words, talking about who makes more money, talking about who's Johnson is bigger, and all kind of stuff. Who's sharing half of their money with somebody else, and who put who on first, and it's wearing me out, to be honest with you. So I don't know. I don't understand why we can't speak to the relevant culture. For example, if you can drop, Rick Ross, I'm talking to you first, a diss track in 2 hours, why couldn't you speak on Iran bombing Israel and the ramifications of that, whether it's justified or not? Why couldn't you speak on that? Why couldn't you give us nuances about what's taking place in a global marketplace, Rick Ross? If you have the turn of phrase, the cleverness, the iambic pentameter, if you will, to drop a bunch of bars on Drake in 2 hours, my brother, you should be sitting in the Senate, figuring out things for the nation, my brother. You should be helping us run the world. If you got all that in your head in 2 hours, you can dive into Drake's behind and carve him up in 2 hours. We don't know how long it took Drake. Drake's rhyme was fire, and it's just the beginning. Just the beginning. He's a genius. Don't play with him. He said it. Don't play with him. But if you can do that, why can't you give us an insight into the Palestinian and Israel conundrum? Why can't you speak to us about those things? What has happened to the political rappers? To the rappers speaking to the people and the issues? I mean, really, we can't even identify with any of you. All of you are richer than most of us. You make more money, you spend more money, you waste more money, you're buying women. You messed up the whole game because you're just buying chicks. Chicks are waiting for you to throw a bag at them. I mean, you really messed the whole thing up. Everybody's waiting for their regular dude to be Rick Ross, their regular guy, to be Champagne Poppy. Everybody's waiting for that. All these young girls running around waiting for that. You should hear the stupid things I hear women telling me now. So brothers, I'm saying, if you've got all that brilliance, why don't you speak to us on a level that is bigger than just your little neighborhood corner feud? I mean, it's entertaining, but so is chitlins. It's still guts though, brother. It's still guts. Give us something that we can actually be nourished on. Fix my brain. Help me. Help your people. That's the real spiel. It's Del K. Burton, Shiloh Institute, and I'm not impressed, although it was very entertaining.